Hello and welcome everyone, this is Mr. West, and in today's video we're going to take a quick look and unboxing of the Samsung Galaxy Book Windows 10 tablet. This is the, what we could say, natural successor to the Samsung Galaxy Tab Pro S tablet, which has come before it previously. It's available in a 3 configurations, so this particular model we have in front of us here has a 12-inch Super AMOLED Full HD Plus display, so the resolution is 2160 by 1440. It's got 128GB of built-in storage and 4GB of RAM. There is also a version with 256GB of storage and 8GB of RAM, and also has the same 12-inch Full HD Super AMOLED display. Now, there is a slightly smaller model with a 10.6-inch TFT LCD display, but for the purpose of the review and also for this unboxing, we'll take a look at the 128GB model with the 12-inch Full HD Super AMOLED display. So pretty excited to see that Super AMOLED display at this size. Actually looks really awesome, so I'll show you that in a moment. Now, this was sent across by the Insiders UK for the purpose of the review, so thanks very much for them for sending this over. They've also bundled in this really excellent Staedtler Norris Digital S Pen as well, which I'll be really excited to check out. It's actually made of real woods and was announced when Samsung released the Samsung Galaxy Tab S3 earlier in the year, so we'll just pop that to one side. So let's take a look at the box then. So on the front we've got this, it seems to be the theme now with Samsung, everything seems to be these black boxes, which looks really nice and feels nice as well. Up in the corner here, just got some information. Windows 10 Home installed. It's 303.7mm 12-inch display, 128GB of storage, and this is Wi-Fi only. You can pick up a Wi-Fi and 4G model separately for a slightly higher price. At the bottom is nothing, we've just got the seal there. On the side, some information about the tablet. Nothing on that side, and we've got the silhouette of the S Pen, which is actually included in the box as well, in addition to the Staedtler Norris Digital pencil that's been sent for the purpose of the review. Now, this model does come with the keyboard included, so it's a keyboard cover which allows you to stand the tablet up and then you can fold it away, and it all looks pretty neat. I'm hoping it looks pretty neat anyway. So there we are. So it comes with some nice soft touch felt over the top of the screen just to keep everything protected. So what else have we got here? So I'm assuming here we go. So we've got the Samsung. This is the type cover as well, so we'll take that in a second. So we've got the Samsung Adaptive Fast Charger in the box. Looks very much like the Samsung Galaxy S8 charger. It does feel a lot heavier than Samsung Galaxy S8 charger, so there must be higher voltage going through. Let's take a look. Is there any information? It doesn't actually tell us what the output is, but it's adaptive fast charging, so it must be pretty good. So this is USB-C to USB Type A. So with this being USB-C, you will need some adapters, I would imagine, because it's got USB-C ports instead of the USB-A ports on the sides of it. So we'll just pop that to one side. Some information about the tablet itself. Okay, so that's the S Pen holder which attaches to the tablet. I have no idea what that is. And we've got the included S Pen as well. There's no clicky though, not like the Galaxy Note where there's a click, unfortunately, but it's got a nice pin there so you can pop it on your shirt or what have you when you've finished using it. So there's nothing else in the box. Nope, that's everything. So let's pop the box to one side. So let's take a look at this cover first. So as far as I'm aware, the Galaxy Book is available only in one colour, and that is a sort of black colour. So we've got this nice keyboard cover included, so you can see the docking pins there where the tablet sits onto, and we've got this keyboard as well. Alright, so yeah, the keys feel nicely tactile. I mean, the proof will be in longevity of use, but that feels nicely made. It's got a sort of very nice soft touch palm rests here when you put your hand down, so I'm not sure how that's going to stand up over time. So it looks nice. It's got NFC as well, so that's obviously for the connectivity of the tablet. And we've got some information there, a little infographic showing you how the stand can be used. So sit up, tilt it back slightly, so it shows you the actual angles that you can sit the tablet on should you wish to use the keyboard. You can obviously use the tablet on its own as well if you like, but this would be handy to have sort of sitting on your lap or what have you. So we'll just pop this to one side for a moment. So here is the star of the show, the Samsung Galaxy Book. Let's take a look. Nice. That looks really cool. Feels very, very weighty as well. Very, very hefty. Wow. So with it being Super AMOLED, you can see, well, sorry about the reflections of the camera and the lighting there, guys, but with it being Super AMOLED, everything I've noticed with Super AMOLED displays, I mean, there's the Galaxy S8, they all exhibit this very, very dark screen when switched off, whereas with an LCD you kind of get a sort of greyish tint when the screen is actually switched off. But that looks really nice. Very, very glossy though, that's the thing. I wonder what it's going to be like for reflections. Let's take a look around the tablet itself. So on the sides here, we've got two USB-C ports there. We've got a headphone jack, speaker on the side there, and a speaker on this side also. We've got the, what I'm assuming is the micro SD slot by there. Up the top, we've got two microphones, presumably for the recording with the video camera. Got the power key, volume up and down rocker, and I'm assuming this is a outlet fan to dissipate heat when you're using the tablet. On the back, we've got the main 13 megapixel camera, got some information about the tablet and the serial number, and we've got the logo there for the Intel Core i5 7th gen processor, which is built in. So we'll do a quick rundown of the specs in a moment. Okay, so we'll do a quick rundown of the highline specs for this particular model. So it's got 2.5 gigahertz Intel Core i5 7200U processor, Intel HD Graphics 620. It's got 4 gigabytes of RAM, as I've already mentioned. It's got the 12-inch Full HD plus 2160 by 1440 Super AMOLED touchscreen. It's got 120 gigabytes of built-in SSD storage, 2 USB-C ports, a micro SD card reader, and the headset jack, which you've already had a look at, and the 13 megapixel rear camera with autofocus and the 5 megapixel front-facing camera, which is by here. The weight is 1.6 pounds or 754 grams, and the actual size of the tablet is 11.4 by 7.9 by 0.29 inches. So that's obviously width, height, and the depth. And yeah, it feels really, really nice. Nicely screwed together. I'm not sure what it's been used. It just feels like plastic, not metal. Doesn't say anything about the build itself, but obviously we'll save that for the full review once I've got to grips with the tablet itself and see what it's all about. So we're going to go ahead and power on the tablet itself. Okay, so there's signs of life now. We plugged the USB-C plug in. So okay, so right, so I pushed the power key at the top, but it doesn't seem to want to switch on. So let's give it another try, shall we? Try again. Here we go. Wow, there it is. Now, a little bit strange, it's powered on a Galaxy device. I've never used a Windows powered Galaxy device before. It's a little bit strange getting this sort of Windows animation boot up circle here. So that'll take a little bit of getting used to, but already, I mean, the blacks of that display, incredible. Really love Super AMOLED. Okay, some people say everything, it can oversaturate stuff, but wow. I mean, the resolution already on the Windows startup screen is really, really nice. So I'm going to go ahead and just get this set up very, very quickly. I'll be back in a moment. Hopefully everything will be rocking and rolling. We'll take a look through the interface and a quick look at what the tablet's all about. Okay, so very long update later, we're in and we're on. I've turned some of the lighting down here in the room so you can see this screen a bit better to save on the reflections. So as you can see, we've got very much Windows-like desktop with the we've got the taskbar at the bottom here, so we've got Microsoft Edge at the bottom. We can just open that. We've got the Files app there, so you can see everything's really snappy already. We've got the Windows Store here as well, but the actual snappiness of the tablet itself is very, very nice. What with it being SSD based as well. I mean, looking at the, if we just get the drag bar there, everything's really, really snappy and easy to use. Okay, so it's nice to use the S Pen. It's very, very intuitive to use. If you've never used one before, it's actually a really, really nice piece of kit. If you've used a Galaxy Note, those people, you'll know how useful one of these is. You can just use it to navigate around the phone, and with this you can use it to navigate around the tablet at the same time. So we're just going to exit out of that and this here as well. So this runs Windows 10 Home, not Pro, but I would imagine it would be absolutely ideal for something like this. I mean, the actual tablet itself, you know, it's got really good processor built in. It's got the 7th gen Intel Core i5 7200. So yeah, I mean, the general impressions at the top, I mean, this screen is absolutely amazing. I really, really love the screen. So if we just go into Microsoft Edge, just expand that. So if we go to, just click on the, so if we just go back there, so YouTube. Cool. Okay, so just do a search for that. Okay, so we've managed to get YouTube loaded after the BT Hub. It's obviously, with this being a new device, the BT Hub is asking for parental control. So I don't know if you can see that. I mean, this screen is really nice and sharp. It's very difficult to sort of give you an idea. Now, with this being a Microsoft-based Samsung device. There is no YouTube app in the store. I still can't believe they haven't actually managed to sort the differences out and be able to get that, but the actual navigation actually feels really cool. If you want to do a search, if you're using the S Pen, if you don't want to use the S Pen, down in the taskbar here you can see a little keyboard, so if we just push that, right, okay, so if you're using the pen, if you just click in the search box, that's going to bring up this, but if you take the pen away and you just push the keyboard, you can actually use the keyboard with the S Pen, or you can just type it yourself. So what we can do is, so box therapy. I'm not sure whether it's the internet or whether the tablet is just getting bogged down by the update that's happening in the background. I'm not really sure. I'm hoping this isn't a thing to come, for example. So we've got the Unbox Therapy channel in front of us here. Okay, so the actual navigation itself is actually pretty smooth. Full screen. Okay. So let's check on the settings. So it's just playing in 1080p HD. So let's try it in 4K. Let's stretch this internet to the max here. I'm not sure this is going to play or not. Okay, so that is YouTube. So that's just an example of how everything looks. So we'll just come out of there. Come out of that screen. So looking at some of the other functions, so if we go into the file explorer we looked at before, so we can actually look at this PC, and it tells me that there's 84.1 gigabytes free of 106 gigabytes. So wow, already, and it's 120 gigabyte of storage. So it just goes to show how much is taken by the actual operating system itself. So it's left us with 84.1 gigabytes. So you're probably going to need to use an SD card or. So looking at the storage, we can see it's 84.1 gigabytes free of 106 gigabytes. You can see how much is being taken by the OS already, and some of the apps that I've installed from my Windows account at the same time as well. So you're probably going to want to use a portable hard drive or a large SD card to sort of bolster your storage, because that's going to fill up pretty quickly if you're going to put photos and videos and what have you onto the actual device itself. If we sort of blow that up. So with the actual display, I do find from default everything's set to a little bit small, which is fine for me. I do like things like that. On my Android phone, I do have everything set to smallest because I like to make most of the screen estate, and obviously like to see the screen sort of rendering things, the smaller textures, everything nice and crispy. But we could go into the settings, for example, and we can actually blow up the display. So go into that there. So display. So we can change the size of text and that. So we can actually blow that up to 200%. So we can see now everything's a lot larger, and we can see a bit more of what's on the screen at the same time. So that's cool. We've got the multitasking slot here. So we go into Microsoft Edge, we'll get the Windows Store. So we click on this button, then we've got this multitasking. You can drag things around the screen. Okay, so we can click on there and have a new desktop. So we click on that one, you've got a fresh desktop. We can basically start again, or go back to that screen there, go back to desktop one, and it takes you back to the information you had previously. So come back out of these and exit out. So the general feel of the tablet already is actually really nice. So one of the things I'm going to do now is just attach it to the Samsung keyboard. Okay, so here is the keyboard attachment, and simply we just pop the tablet onto the pogo pins there, and that is basically it. That is on. Okay, yeah, it's slipping already. Yeah. Okay, this is going to take a little bit of getting used to. I've never used one of these before, so just bend. So if we just take that there, we sort of bend this back in position, and then do it that way, and then the tablet rests back onto the tablet stand. But as you can see, it doesn't actually seem to want to hold the tablet in any sort of way. The keyboard itself is backlit, so if we just switch the light off, we can see that the keys are actually backlit, which is pretty nice. There's a nice even backlight on the keys as well, which is nice. They've got some sort of good tactility as well, which is nice. When you press the Windows key into the apps there, switch the light back on. Okay, so yeah, this is early days. You know, this is new. It's not something I've used before, but no, let's just take this back off of here. This is going to take a bit of getting used to with this keyboard cover, so we'll just pop that to one side. With me being used to the sort of an Android tablet, I've never used a Windows tablet before. The actual experience of unboxing it is spoiled by the clunkiness of Windows when you first set it up. I will be really honest there. So it's going to take a little bit of getting used to sort of learn to love this kind of thing. And that keyboard cover, I will revisit that and see exactly how all of that works, because it doesn't seem very sturdy, you know, holding the tablet in place. So we'll take a look at that in a bit more in depth in a further review further on. So we'll do sort of, what I'm probably going to do is just split this review up into a couple of sections and then do one overall review at the end. You know, for example, looking at the screen, looking at the typing on the keyboards, the general user interface, how to use this S Pen, also using the Stedler S Pen as well, which would be nice to see. But yeah, I mean, the first impressions are this is a really nice piece of kit. I won't deny that. It's very nicely made, feels sturdy. It's got a beautiful screen, really nice, great resolution and nice even colors across the edges. With it being Samsung AMOLED, looks really nice. I'm not sure how we get into the cameras on this thing, but that's something we're going to leave for a full review and show you some of the features. Like I said, we'll break it down into sections and sort of do updates as we go along. So that is a quick unboxing of the Samsung Galaxy Book and a first look at that. If you've got any questions, leave them in the comments down below. But for now, thanks very much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to see the updates on the Galaxy Book. But for now, my name's Mr. West and I'll catch you guys later.